trade was then flourishing. So their leader, called Don Diogo de Zambuja, he captained them to build this castle to serve as a trading post to protect their trade and their traders from attacks. So they started building this castle on 21st January 1482. According to history, it took them 4 years to complete the first phase, not the whole castle. They tackled it, or they built it in stages, in phases. So the first phase, it took them 4 years to complete it. They named it after their Saint Patron called George. That's upon completion, it was named after Saint George, who was their patron. So this castle is actually called Saint George's Castle. But it is commonly known as we call Elmina Castle because of where the castle is situated. Yes, the ground floor rooms were initially used as storerooms, but then when the transatlantic slave trade started, they were converted into dungeons. And transatlantic slave trade started in the early 16th century, precisely 1510. So this castle was built before the transatlantic slave trade started. This castle was built before America was discovered, because the very same person who discovered America, that is the very same person who history says, or history has that discovered America, was with a crew that came to build this castle in 1482 and made a stop over here in 1492 when he was going to discover America. I mean Christopher Columbus. So you see, the same ground floor rooms that were used as storerooms were converted into dungeons in the early 16th century, precisely 1510 when this April trade started. So the ground floor rooms that were used as storerooms were converted into dungeons. Now, the male captives were kept in these dungeons, or in these rooms, the ground floor rooms here. This is the main courtyard. And the female slaves were kept in the inner courtyard. Listen to something here. This same castle was later captured from the Portuguese by the Dutch. That is 155 years later. They succeeded in capturing this castle from the Portuguese after taking 2 unsuccessful attacks in 1596 and 1625 respectively. On 29th August 1637, they made it. They succeeded in capturing the castle from the Portuguese with the help of the indigenes, the locals. And the locals simply assisted the Dutch to capture the castle from the Portuguese with a view, or they were thinking that helping them to come here would automatically bring the slave trade to an end. They thought they were not coming to trade the slave, but no, they also had it in mind, because once a beginning was initiated, it became self-perpetuating. Dutch repaired all the destroyed parts. They made additions, made it very huge and strong, opened the dungeons to hold more captives, and they also traded the slaves here. And they were here. Dutch were here to the time transatlantic slave trade came to an end, somewhere late 1860s, early 1870s. So they sold this castle to the British in 1872. And that does not suggest that the British did not take part in the transatlantic. They did. We have another Cape Coast. We have another castle in Cape Coast. That was where the British traded in slaves. But then when they came here, they used this castle as their sub-administrative center. You know, in the World War II, 1939 to 45, they brought some men from English-speaking West Africa countries. They trained them here, sent some of them to India, others were sent to Burma to fight for them. And that group was called Royal West African Frontier Force. And 3 years after the Second World War, that was in 1948, British converted this castle into police training school. And in the year 1957, the then Gold Coast and now Ghana had independence from the British. So yes, this castle is 540 years. This castle, that's the age of the castle, 540 years. It is the oldest and also the largest castle in the world in terms of transatlantic slave trade. This is just a brief history about the castle. We are going to work for, let's say, 25 to 30 minutes. And as we are going, you are allowed to ask questions. Anyway, you have started videoing me. Other than that, I would have told you that you can only take pictures. But you've gone beyond taking pictures. But all the same, go on. No problem with that.
Okay, thank you.
You see, that was a church. That was a Roman Catholic church, which